Alright, we back at it. Let's do it again. Everybody putting in their 2 cents about not going to work, so I want to put in my 2 cents about not going to work. The same people every night. These dudes, a lot of these dudes on their faces, they're just dead. They're just completely dead. You know, like I see them, they don't look happy, they don't look ready for work. You know, they look like they don't want to be there at all. And I usually get to work with like 30 minutes, 20 minutes extra before I have to go in. And lately, I get there and I just sit, no music, no nothing, and I'll just be in my head. And more I've been thinking, like, damn, I don't want to do this shit either. You know, I feel how they look. I don't want to do this shit either. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. We really not supposed to work. We really are not supposed to work, except for ourselves. This is what I told one of my friends. Except for ourselves, you know. We supposed to know how to fucking grow plants, grow, you know, vegetables, fruits, and all that stuff. You know, harvest them and all that. We supposed to know how to do that stuff. They stopped us from doing that and made it a business, you know, like everything else. Made it a business. And they made it where you have to learn stuff outside of doing it to be able to do it in the first place. When, you know, obviously the best way to learn something is to do it. Fail at it, learn from it, do it right. That's how it goes. But they don't want us to learn, man. They want us to go get these jobs to help keep the rich rich. That's all a job is keeping the owner rich. That's literally what a job is. Say, oh, I better hurry up and get to work today. I don't want to not make the owner rich today. That's literally what y'all doing. When you rushing to work, you know, when you're worried about being late, all that, it don't got nothing to do with you, man.
I truly think that all these big corporations are trying to price us out of owning anything. I believe that. I think that's what they're doing. I got my house insurance renewal notice today. 1 year, it went up 50%. 50% in 1 year, and I've had no claims, none. I mean, how are we going to keep paying this? Everything is sky high. Now, insurance on your car, on your house, on everything is going crazy. I mean, when is this shit going to end? And don't look at my eye. I'm not crying because of my insurance. I got sawdust in my eye. But anyway, freaking ridiculous.
You know, not for nothing, I just have a little quick fucking thought to get out of my mind. Besides all the stress, anger, and anxiety that this great life brings everybody, bills, taxes, and more taxes. Speaking of taxes, why is it that when we pay state tax, I have to pay to park in a fucking spot on the street that I pay taxes for? A road that's part of the fucking state that I pay for, I have to pay to stay here for an hour. Make it make fucking sense. When is this shit gonna stop?
Well, if you're anything like me, I hope you're sitting down, because this is going to make your blood boil, because it's infuriating. I keep telling y'all that we as American citizens need to stop paying taxes, and it's no more evident of that than the 1,500-page continuing resolution that was introduced last night in Congress that needs to be voted on by Friday. Part of this continuing resolution is members of Congress are expected to get a $75,000 pay raise. Most Americans don't even make $75,000 in a single year. What the fuck do y'all need a raise for? You can't tell us what the drones are in New Jersey. You can't help the families in North Carolina affected by Hurricane Helene. You can't stop the mass pew-pewings going on in our schools. But you want a $75,000 raise to ban TikTok? No.
And while I'm at it, fuck the justice system in this country, because it's a fucking joke too, and not even the funny kind. He gets charged with fucking terrorism for murder? Get the fuck out of here. Why was he charged with terrorism? Because when you touch the ruling class and disrupt their comfort, they make an example out of you. Hey, that's another fucking day in America. Hey, lucky for you, if you're rich enough, you can get away with fraud, embezzlement, insider trading, even more stuff. You get fucking fines while we get put in fucking jail. Fines are easily affordable for them while we struggle to fucking pay for shit. They even get put in fucking house arrest in their goddamn mansions. While some poor person gets caught stealing food or skipping bail and they're locked up for fucking years. The judicial system is so fucking stupid. It protects the wealthy and punishes the rest of us. Let's not forget, billionaires and corporations can poison water supplies, crash the economy, exploit workers, and nothing fucking happens to them. The second workers start fighting back and stand up to them and disrupt their power, they're labeled as criminals and fucking terrorists. The system isn't fucking broken. It's rigged. Politicians, everybody does the fucking for-profit prisons because it's more fucking money for the rich people. So let's keep the poor people in their fucking place. Let's hoard the wealth and let people fucking starve. Does the judicial system do? Doesn't do anything except serve the rich.
What good is the U.S. being the wealthiest country in the world if only a small percentage of us actually benefit from it being wealthy? Like, we still have a huge unhoused population. We still have a huge gun violence epidemic issue. We have huge problems with our education system. Most Americans live paycheck to paycheck. We have some of the worst health outcomes for our people of any developed nation. Our air is polluted, our soil is polluted, our water is polluted. Women who have miscarriages are criminally investigated depending on what state they live in. Our maternal mortality rates are high. Our women can't access reproductive health care, and some of them die because of that, depending on what state they live in. People can't afford to buy their groceries, their gas, pay their rent, all while executives and CEOs buy another home, another yacht, another private jet. And they just tell us that if we can't afford things, then to eat cereal or get a better paying job or stop eating so much avocado toast and stop getting our coffees out, as if that's ever going to save us enough money to retire and buy a house and have a family. Like, what good is all of this money and wealth doing if it's only in the hands of a few who refuse to let it go?
And it's hard to be an American when the leaders won't do shit. Oh, they yell and fight, suppressing rights at the hands of lobbyists, and it's all for profit. Name your price, politicians bought and paid. Oh, it ain't that hard to understand. The rich run the USA. Yeah, it's hard to be an American when the billionaires run free. And I can't ignore, it's harder for people who don't look like me. Yeah, it's time to wake up, pull the plug, yeah, we're circling the drain. Oh, it ain't that hard to understand. The rich run the USA. The rich run the